Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy. I'm back with another show. Sitting up here wanting to just expose Jesse Lee Peterson for the hypocrite that he is. Um, but I also want to sit up here and also read scriptures to sit up here and basically talk about this whole situation with Jesse Lee Peterson and with others. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I'm sitting up here even bringing up Jesse Lee Peterson is because I'm still getting a lot of comments about this dude. So I'm going to go ahead and address it live on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't understand how a group of people, and this is just me, can sit up here and get behind a man who sit up here and say that he's a pastor and yet making fun of people mischief, making fun of people that died, making a mockery. Yeah, I understand that the Bible says the dead is conscious of nothing. But like I said on my last show, what about the ones that are living? What about the loved ones? What about the wife? What about the children? You actually think that these people that you're making fun of did not have anyone that loved them. That's my issue. That's my issue. Again, I sat up here and watched this man on the pulpit in front of his congregation sit up here and make a mockery of 9 people who tragically lost their life in a helicopter crash, along with 3 little girls. And this is the man y'all support. This is the man y'all get behind. Y'all want to be mad at me for basically showing you Jesse Lee Peterson and his silly ways. But y'all want to be mad at me though. Cool. I'm a grown man. I can take it. If you thought that was something, trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing. But I ain't gonna go there. What I want to do right now is read from Matthew chapter 24. That's what I want to do. Because we are living in some very perilous times right now, and things do not seem to be getting any better. Maybe that's the reason why I'm on this pod. Maybe that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is Matthew chapter 24, starting at verse 4. Look out that nobody misleads you. God is talking to the church. God is talking to the people. Where Jesus is talking to the church, Jesus is talking to the people. Look out that nobody misleads you. When I sit up here and just read that verse, the person that come to my mind is Jesse Lee Peterson. I'm sorry. It is what it is. There are many people that are in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are ravishing wolves. Again, y'all can see me coming. I'm not on here trying to pretend who I am. I'm not trying to sit up here and hide my identity. Y'all see me in my element. This is who I am every day. Every day. Tattoos, hat to the side, piercing, all that good stuff. Jesse Lee Peterson wear sheep clothing. But yet he get on a public platform and disrespect black people. And I'm going to let y'all hear a clip in a minute. But let me go ahead and continue to read, because this is the Bible. And I'm going to go ahead and read some of this so y'all can get a better understanding of where I'm trying to come from. For many will come on the basis of my name, saying, I am the Christ. I'm going to read that part again. That's verse 5. For many will come on the basis of my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will mislead many. And for those who do not follow the Bible or read the Bible, God is talking about the last days. Jesus is talking about the last days. He's talking to his disciples, telling his disciples, this is what it's going to be in the last days. Many people will come saying that they are the Christ, and they are going to mislead many people. One person that comes to my mind when I sit up here and read that scripture is a man by the name of Nature Boy, who goes by the name of Nature Boy. For those who don't know who Nature Boy is, he's a man who lives in the wilderness who eats off the land, who calls himself the Messiah. He's a man who sat up here and had intercourse with a woman who have HIV and a woman that has herpes. And he's over there sitting up here having unprotected sex with the members that joined Carbonation. That's who Nature Boy is. He's calling himself the Christ. I bet you Charles Manson too said that he was the Christ. And guess what happened to his followers? They went to jail before murdering and slaying innocent people. And some of them have even died in jail, including Charles Manson. Now you got a man by the name of Nature Boy, who goes by the name of Nature Boy, out there in the wilderness, sitting up here having unprotected sex with many different women. And he got on a public platform and he even said, I wish I was gay. Not to mention, there's a porno out with him being with another man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's continue to read. You are going to hear of wars and reports of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for these things must take place, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be food shortages and earthquakes in one place after another. Pause. There will be wars and rumors of wars, and there will be earthquakes one after another. Ain't that what's been happening? Haven't there been wars that's been going on? Haven't there been rumors of wars that's been going on? Haven't there been earthquakes and famine that has been taking place? Hasn't there been all those things that have been taking place? There was just a tornado that just touched down not too long ago. This corona disease got the world in a state of emergency. Let's continue. Then people will hand you over to tribulation and will kill you, and you will be hated by the nations on account of my name. Then too, many will be stumbled and will betray one another and will hate one another. Many false prophets will arise and mislead many. Now, I'm going to go back to verse 10 where it says, then too, many will be stumbled and will betray one another and will hate one another. I got so many false friends in my life, it's not even funny. I have so many fake friends around me, it's not even funny. I had to sit up here and cut some of them loose. There are people that's actually in my family that have turned their back on me. You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. Keep that in mind, you guys. You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. But like that old saying go, keep your enemies close and your friends closer. And notice how I said, keep your enemies close and your friends closer. Why is that analogy there? Because your friends will be the one that will betray you quicker than an actual enemy. If you don't believe me, ask Judas Iscariot. You have so many Judases around here. But anyway, I ain't trying to get too far off a topic. Let's go back to this man by the name of Jesse Lee Peterson. Let's hear what he had to say about George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin. Look at what he said. And I'm finna play this for you.
He's talking to Piers Morgan. Let's hear what he has to say.
This case was not about race at all. And what happened, you have the race hustlers and poverty pimps like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and others who turned it into a race issue in order to gain power and wealth. Using black Americans by dividing the races, intimidating white people in order to gather more power or get more power and wealth. George Zimmerman would have done whatever it took to protect himself. It didn't matter to George Zimmerman the color of the man. And this notion that Trayvon Martin was some little innocent kid tiptoeing to the tulips and George Zimmerman had nothing else to do but to go out and kill him. It's a lie. Trayvon Martin was a thug. His parents know that. You know that. I know that. Oh, they knew that Trayvon Martin was a thug, and that's what it was all about. He was a pot smoking.
And he goes on, and he says all these things.
And that's the man that y'all choose to get behind? That's the person y'all choose to follow? First of all, the police told George Zimmerman not to leave the car. George Zimmerman ignored those orders, got out of the car, and followed Trayvon Martin. I would be extremely uncomfortable too if there's a grown man who I don't know following behind me. But immediately, JLP set up here and went on the attack against Trayvon Martin, not George Zimmerman. Immediately, JLP started to say Trayvon Martin is a thug. He's a pot smoker. He's every little worst thing in the book. But not one time did he sit up here and say George Zimmerman was a murderer. Y'all, I'd rather be hated for telling the truth than to be loved for telling a lie. I'd rather be hated for telling the truth than to be loved for telling a lie. Jesse Lee Peterson obviously do not like African American people or Black Americans. He obviously do not like them. Don't the Bible talks about not hating people? This man simply hates Black people, but yet want to be on the pulpit telling people race don't exist, racists don't exist. How can you sit up here and say racists don't exist and you clearly hate Black people? You clearly hate Black people. And the only reason why you can get away with the bullcrap that you're getting away with is because of the color of your skin. But you have said it on numerous occasions that if you could be white, you would be. You said I'm Black on the outside, but I'm 100% white on the inside. Ain't this what you said, Jesse Lee Peterson? Fine. Who cares? That's your preference. That's your preference. You got a lot of men that wish they were women. You got a lot of women that wish they were men. Hey, if you don't believe me, ask Dwayne Wade's son. It is what it is. I don't hate no one. I'm not going to be on here, sitting up here disrespecting people because they are different from me. And again, I can care less how JLP feels about the Black race. The only issue I have is he getting on the pulpit, sitting up here talking about racism don't exist. What I have an issue with is him sitting up here announcing himself as a pastor. I have issues with that. Y'all clearly heard this man sit up here and go in on an innocent little Black boy who was doing nothing but minding his own business. I think he bought some Skittles that day and a soda pop and just going home. On his way home. And George Zimmerman decided to ignore the police orders and wanted to take matters into his own hands. Right when George Zimmerman got out of his car, Trayvon Martin was literally fighting for his life. The moment George Zimmerman got out of his car, that very moment, it was a it was a fight for Trayvon Martin and his life. And just sad that he actually ended up losing his life for nothing, for basically doing nothing but walking home from the store. And it's even sadder when you got people like Jesse Lee Peterson who sit up here getting on a public platform disrespecting this man. Oh, that little kid, that little boy. Disrespecting that little boy. And I guarantee you, if George Zimmerman killed a non-Black little person, a non-Black little boy, I guarantee you JLP would not have said a word about it. I promise you he wouldn't have. I promise. And George Zimmerman probably would not have even gotten out the car. So how dare him even sit up here and say it had nothing to do with the color of that little boy's skin? It had everything to do with the color of that little boy's skin. Trayvon Martin. It had everything to do with it. His appearance. That's what it was all about. He had a hood on. I guess little black African American boys cannot sit up here and put on hoods at nighttime. But that's just one clip. And notice this too. The Young Turks, because that's the platform that was pretty much covering it. They sat up here and said that they had to cut it off because Jesse Lee Peterson was really going in. Really going in. A 60, 70-year-old man really going in about, I think, a 13 or 14-year-old little black boy. Really going in. But this is the man that y'all choose to follow. This is the man that y'all choose to get behind. I just read from the Bible where it talks about beware of false prophets. For they come in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are ravishing wolves. Right here, it pretty much talked about beware of people that will sit up here and come in my name. Because the ones who come in my name, it's going to lead many astray. Jesse Lee Peterson is one of them. It is what it is. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, though, you guys definitely sit up here and be careful out there. Like I said, I'm going to end it right now. I just want to sit up here and show love to all of my true, loyal subscribers. Thank you so much for just rocking with me. I'm going to definitely try to bring more content. I definitely want to do some more upgrades to this channel because you guys deserve it. Like I said, it's not just about me. It's about all of us. It's about all of us. And for those who have not subscribed to this channel, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm stuck at 59. Please be number 60. Someone, please be number 60. I'm tired of looking at 59. And push the bell, push the share. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the message out. Even if you don't agree with me, definitely leave a comment. I'll try to reply back to you. But like I said, I do want to start addressing some of these comments because they're still coming in about Jesse Lee Peterson. But again, I'm letting y'all see actual video footage. I'm letting y'all hear actual audio footage. How can y'all sit up here and keep wanting to deny what this man really is when y'all can clearly hear it come from this man's mouth? I mean, come on. I mean, if y'all want to be mad at me, like I say, I'd rather be hated for telling the truth than to be loved for telling a lie. We're living in some crazy times. We're living in some crazy times. So there's not really a whole lot of time for a lot of people because this coronavirus is taking people out. And some of these people probably believe in what Jesse Lee Peterson be saying. It is what it is. Listen, you guys, keep reading the word, stay close to God. You know what I'm saying? Be safe out there, protect yourself, continue to wash your hands, do not touch your face. And if you can, avoid large crowds. You know what I'm saying? Avoid people that's coughing and sneezing too. You know what I'm saying? Again, you guys, be safe. And listen, I love you guys. Pray for me, and I will definitely be praying for you. And I'm definitely going to bring some more content as well. All right, you guys. Peace.